got my She Thinks underwear. I'm super excited. Hello, this is Tiffany from tiffanyemo.com, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the Thinx Period Panties. Now, if you're anything like me, I know what you're thinking. How the heck will a pair of panties protect you while you're on your period? Now, let me tell you, your girl's flow is heavy, especially on day 1 and 2. So I certainly was amongst the skeptics. Today is day 1 of the period. I'm excited to try it out. I'm not super excited about being on my period, of course. I just had a horrible night of pain, and that's how it normally is on my first night of my period. I'm in pain the whole night. I usually am in the bed for about 14 hours or so until I can finally like drag myself up. I just want to give you a first impression of the product before ever putting it on. It came in this package with different women's bodies with underwear on. I thought that was a cute touch. The second thing I really liked is that each underwear came in this little kind of informational packet. I'm going to be trying out today the sport underwear because I'm probably going to be a lighter flow. It's supposed to hold 1.5 tampon worth. And then tomorrow I will try the hip hugger. First thing I noticed is that it definitely is more absorbent than a pad would be. My flow is actually a little bit heavier today than I thought it would be, so I probably should be wearing the heavier version of the underwear, but it's still absorbent. There's no leaking, nothing crazy is happening. Unfortunately, there's some leakage happening for my flow today. I'm definitely wearing the wrong pair. Like, I'm wearing the one for like a more light day, and I expect it to have a lighter flow today, but we're gonna try again tomorrow with the heavier one and see how that works out. I'm gonna be trying the second pair of Thinx, which is the hip hugger. My flow is extremely heavy right now. I'm gonna be wearing my Thinx with the tampon today and using my Thinx as a liner, as I would a liner, I should say. They did a really good job yesterday. It's just that my flow was so heavy that it was more than what the Thinx could actually hold, and I was wearing a medium weight one yesterday. I'm pretty sure like on the lighter days I'm gonna be happy with just the Thinx on its own. So right now I'm wearing a Thinx on its own. So I'm gonna be out for about 6 to 7 hours, and for the most part I've been wearing the Thinx today with the tampon. I finally took it out because my flow wasn't as heavy as yesterday, so we're gonna see how this goes. Alright, I just got to the gym. Mostly I am interested in how the underwear move as I work out. Definitely comfortable, definitely moves with you while you work out. Alright, so after day 3, I didn't continue to record a bunch of footage simply because after day 3 my flow gets lighter and lighter and I don't really have any crazy things happening, so I thought it would be a bit redundant to continue talking about how light my flow was and how the panties were working. So just to update you, the rest of my period was smooth. Day 1 and 2 certainly will not be wearing them on their own because I usually am out a little bit too long to make it work. So for me, I'm going to wear those heavy underwear on day 1 and 2 with a tampon, just to make sure I'm covered and that I'm not stuck out with like a damp and leaking pair of Thinx underwear. When I move into my lighter days, which is 4, 5, and sometimes 6, sometimes I don't have a 6th day, but definitely day 4 and 5, I will certainly make sure to just wear them on their own, and I think that is perfect for my lightest days, because I don't have to worry about trying to put on a tampon and then taking it out and it hurts because it's all dry and there's really nothing in it. Or like panty liners, which sometimes move and then they like stick to the inside of your legs. Like, I don't like all that. So the Thinx panties are perfect for those days. Now let's go ahead and jump into the pros and cons so that you can know what to consider before you purchase them. The first thing I noticed about the product was that they were very comfortable. When I put them on, I was very pleased with the fact that they weren't super heavy and super bulky like a pad would be. I don't wear pads for that reason, and I just don't like the way they feel. So I was excited when I found out how comfortable the Thinx were. Secondly, they're very easy to clean. After wearing them, I just wash them by hand. You can put them in the washing machine according to the care instructions, but because I only had 2 pair, I went ahead and washed them by hand, so I wasn't doing a whole bunch of laundry, and I just let them air dry. The last thing that is a really good pro is that it's non-toxic. A lot of tampons have a lot of chemicals in them. A lot of pads have a lot of chemicals in them that they don't tell you about. So it's nice to just pull something on that's not going inside of you and that you are wearing, and you know that isn't causing a bunch of chemicals to be inside of you. Now, the cons are that they have a panty line. I have a tendency to wear fitted bottoms and I work out as well, so I definitely want something that's not going to show my panty line. If you remember from the video, when I was working out, I wore patterned shorts to kind of hide that panty line a little bit. It's not a super huge deal because it's hard to design a pair of underwear that's supposed to hold blood without having a panty line, because they do need to be a little bit thicker than regular underwear. The second thing is that they can be very inconvenient. If you only have 2 pair and you're trying to make it through an entire cycle, washing them and having them ready for the next day is annoying. Because they're so absorbent, they do take a little while to dry, and that means that they might not be ready in the morning when you're ready for them. Lastly, this product is expensive. For the most part, they range between about $24 and $36 for the underwear. And that could be pretty steep for someone who just wants to try out the product. Now, 2 things I would say about that. One is that in general, menstruation products are expensive. Like, if you think about how much you pay for tampons and panty liners and or pads, whatever you purchase, over time, those are going to add up and be expensive as well. Now, the Thinx is going to be more of an upfront cost. For a lot of people, the upfront cost is okay. You're thinking about investing over time, because honestly, it is a good investment if you purchase multiple pair. And I do think that they can replace all other products if you have enough of them. I would recommend having a backup pair with you, and or using a tampon and using the Thinx as a backup. Certainly, they get a thumbs up from me. I would suggest buying them. Make sure to go to the website shethinx.com, and when you're checking out, enter the code TiffanyThinx to get $5 off of your purchase. Now, if you do want a little bit more information before you purchase the Thinx underwear, click the link in the description box to my website. It gives you a couple more details about the product itself and 5 things that you should consider before buying the Thinx Period Panties. And I would love to hear your thoughts, so comment below or comment on the blog post. Let me know if you've tried the panties before, and let me know if you're going to go ahead and purchase it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.